Yo, what's up guys? You got your boy Nandra here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, alright, so I'm still playing Jormungand. Now, earlier on my stream yesterday, I was like, okay, let's go ahead and mess around for a bit, play Jormungand, because I am really excited for the Jormungand support that's coming out next set. Now, granted, I always did think that Jormungand was in a pretty good spot, and it is in a pretty good spot. It does suffer from some things that are actually in the meta game, not so much actually from the deck itself, but just answers that exist to it in the metagame. Like for example, it doesn't deal well with board flood. Like if your opponent plays out a bunch of 4/4s or whatever, you're not gonna have a good time. Granted, not many decks in the metagame have a good time when that happens to you. But it's the same thing there. Like Jormungand, it prefers for people to play a slower game, or just prefers to just kind of take over the mid game and just make your opponents hell, just because you play things like Scarlet, Emeralda, Wardrobe Raider, Jorm, things things that are very big, that force your opponent to address them, but it gives you more time to set up your gameplay, just drawn to your combo. So this is actually a list that I made that's purely going to be for set rotation. If assuming of course I use absolutely nothing from the new set, which is obviously I'm going to be using cards from the new set. But just because I wanted to make it a little bit more realistic as far as actual practice goes, and just kind of wean yourself off of cards that you might be using now that might not be legal in a few more weeks. Like for example, Executioner's Axe. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a quick before and after for the list, because because the second list I made from scratch. I mean, granted, both lists I made from scratch, but this one is the one I made initially. This uses Axe. This also uses Fang Serpent, as well as Singer, as well as Terror Devil. But I actually cut all these from the new list. The reason why is because of the Executioner's Axe. Executioner's Axe was a big thing for me, just because it gave you a source of reach. It gave you a way to possibly cheat to essentially turn your Nax or Jorms into White Wolves or whatever, and just kind of cheat those into play. But because you don't have that, that's actually a very big deal, and it just changed the structure of the deck a little bit. I wasn't playing Singer because most times I felt like I had all the cards I needed to have, just because I am playing Blood Pact, and that's actually a lot of cards right in and of itself, as well as the Baphomet as well. And of course, Terror Devil, it's one of the other beneficiaries of Executioner's Axe. So as a result of not playing that, I can't play that. Alright, so flash forward to yesterday, and this is the list I'm playing now. Again, this list is assuming I use absolutely nothing from the new list, because otherwise there's gonna be some cards I'm gonna want to try to fit in. So 3 Happy Pig, 3 Spiderweb, 3 Baphomet, 3 of most things actually. I think I'm only playing a few Tulips and one of. Yeah. And as you can see here, the main change is that I'm playing a 1 of Fall from Grace to address the whole dragon thing. On the off chance I somehow don't have an Emeralda by the turn where they play out their windmills. 2 Wardrobe Raider. Wardrobe Raider is basically going to take the place of Terror Devil, at least for now anyway, just because it's a nice swing card though, because what you can do in the mid game is you can go ahead and if it doesn't look like you're going to be able to get out your Jorm, you can just go ahead and take the, my cards are better than yours route, and just go ahead and just use the combination of Wardrobe Raider and Scarlet to get massive 2 or 3 for 1s or whatever consecutively in order to buy space and just play out your Jormungand or whatever, or just play out your Terror Devil and things like that. You do have a very strong going second anyway, a very strong turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, and even a turn 7 because of Emeralda. Anywho, so the games I'm about to show you, one of the games was a game from my stream yesterday, and then the rest of the games are games I played today. I've been playing this deck, I don't know, I've played at least 30 or 40 games of this deck since yesterday, maybe more. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go into the first game. This game is going to be versus Sword. Thankfully, I do have a little bit of variety for you guys today. As you can see here, this deck is doing pretty well versus Runecraft right now, so that's another nice thing. Not all of these decks are actually Daria. Some of these decks are actually Dirt, but we'll talk about that later. Anywho, so this first game is versus Sword. For the most part, versus Sword, you can literally make either of your win cons work. Either the my stuff is better than yours in the mid game work, or you can just make the I have Jorm and you can't ever make a board game plan work. Just because Sword is very susceptible to either outcome, but more so susceptible to the whole my stuff is better than yours in the mid game plan, because you apply a lot of pressure. For example, Jorm when evolved is a 7 attack unit. 7 attack is a lot to take the dome. It was a lot to take from the dome. And even clearing it is just such a huge hassle, because unless they have Momo, they basically just pass their turn. So here, my opponent plays Quick Blader on 1. When he plays the Quick Blader on 1, I'm like, oh, okay, is he aggro? That's gonna be a problem for me, because I went second. Thankfully, I am able to pick up the Spider of Imp, and that's great. Now one issue is I do need to pick up other cards. So when we play second quick player, I'm like, oh god, please don't have some kind of like strong removal spell this turn. So I'll go ahead and play the Spider of Imp. We'll always make this play here, because like this Imp is about to soak me up so much damage, hopefully. Like I just need him to like not have like a Lancer of the Tempest here, or something like that randomly. He plays like Noisy Training and doesn't trade. So now what I can do is go ahead and play Baphomet. By the way, for those of you who are wondering, a play I felt like he should have done is I felt like he should have made the bump this turn. Making the bump this turn is pretty good overall, just because like if you don't make the bump, and I have like Hungering Horde, and you don't have a way to push through this like next turn, like so if you like don't have Geno, you probably lose the game if I'm able to pick up something like crazy like swing card turn 4 like evolve, like for example Belphegor. Like if I was actually Vengeance Blood and I had Belphegor here, and as well as the Hungering Horde, you lost the game if you didn't make that trade. Anyway, so what I'll go ahead and do here is I'll go ahead and trade. I make the trade always because again I'm afraid of Geno. Like in the face damage doesn't matter here because I have all this is so this hand is just ridiculous. So he plays his third quick play. I'm like, wow. He then also makes the trade here. When he makes the trade here, I'm like, okay, well, I know I won this game. Because before, I needed to find a turn 4 absolutely no matter what. Now I don't need to care. Now it's all gravy, baby. Like, so this is good. Thankfully for me, he is going first, which means he won't have as many Evos for Albert and things like that, which means he will need to be cognizant of how he uses them. And I do have a lot of points of heal in this hand. I pick up the Wardrobe Raider. Wardrobe Raider's a good pickup. So now I go ahead and kill off his 3/2 and then evolve. And from what it looks like, I'm just going to go for the my creatures are bigger than yours in the mid game plan. So Scarlet is a very, very scary card from the deal because like he can't, if he Evos, that's a losing. If he Evos into this to trade, like that's a losing play. If he tries to go wide, and I just like go ahead and just Wardrobe Raider, just go ahead and use Fenrir, that's a losing play as well. So here he plays up Perseus. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So because this round table pulled out the Lancer of the Tempest, we know for a fact that he's most likely playing Agni's mid-range Arthur. That's fine. So what we need to do now is we need to make a board state that's actually good and doesn't actually die to Arthur, and that's fine. We can do that. We can do that pretty easily. So what we'll go ahead and do here, and this is actually a very, very big thing, is we'll go ahead and play up just the Wardrobe Raider. We're not going to play up the Happy Pig. The reason why we don't play the Happy Pig, and this is actually something I mentioned on stream, is because of the fact that, like, as you can see from our hand, we will not need to Evo for another, like, 2 or 3 turns, and that's fine. However, as a result, that gives us some leeway with this Happy Pig, which means that there might be a chance, there's maybe a world, in which, like, this 3 points of healing comes in handy, because like, there's no pressure to use it. Like, you want to remember that first and foremost that you're like a control combo deck, sort of, so I'll go ahead and heal the Wardrobe Raider. I'll make the trades. I make trades in both places, and I make them in such a way so this way my Scarlet has 3 HP as well. You make this because we know that if he plays Arthur here, he's not going to get a Quick Blader, which means he can't actually clear up each of these units separately. He can only clear off one, and he'll have to evolve to do that. And that can just either clear off his Bladed Hedgehog if he pulls that, and then just go ahead and clear off something else with, like, say Emerald or something like that. It's perfectly fine. Here he plays that Luminous Mage. I'm like, okay, Luminous Mage is not a really good play, but we'll go ahead and take that because like he needs to have a 2-drop here. He needs to have the 2-drop, but if he has a 2-drop, that means that we know that he's on fumes. Although he already is on fumes, that's fine. So here I have the Fenrir, so I'll just go ahead and just go Fenrir trade. This is good value for me because again I have another 4 attack unit that's actually very, very healthy. I'll go ahead and push in for 4 here. So here, he just Fangblade Slayers me. Now, sorry about that. Now this turn, thankfully for me, I'm in a spot where he didn't actually do that correctly, because now I'm actually going to get rewarded. I'm actually going to get rewarded for the play I made earlier, because now I get a Happy Pig Conduit, and that's good for me. So I'll go ahead and evolve the Happy Pig, as well as play up my Jormungand as well to apply some pressure, and this is great for me because like if he had done it the other way, he could have guaranteed that he would have had lethal no matter what. But I guess he also wasn't expecting me to have the Happy Pig because like, let's be like, who expects the Happy Pig? So I'll go ahead and evolve the Happy Pig, and that'll heal me for 3. I go back up to 13. Which means I'm not dead yet. and I'm able to set up like a 2-turn lethal here, because if he doesn't play anything, I just go ahead and I just drop a Zodiac on a space. If he hits me for 1 somehow, I just go ahead and just Blood Pact in the Emeralda. Lots of options here. Here he plays second Fangblade Slayer, and this time he learns. Like, although granted it's not going to matter now, but this time he learns, and this time he does it correctly. And so now here, I'm like, damn, like, I can lose now. Like, even though I made these like godly plays, I can lose until I pick up the Demonic Ram. So this one, it did take me a little while to think about this, but there's actually a way to prevent lethal no matter what next turn. Because we know that he doesn't have a quick laser, so we know that we just need to be above 10. That's all we need. So what we'll go ahead and do here is actually go ahead and go face. We'll go ahead and play up the Zodiac Demon to drop the Knack. Then we'll go ahead and play up the Demonic Ram. At the end of my turn, what will happen is I'll go ahead and take 1 damage, then I'll go ahead and heal for 2, so I get a net gain of +1. And now I'm at 11. Now I'm at 11. He needs to have Bahamut here. Even if he has Bahamut, I still win anyway. Yep. And then he just loses because like he's not able to clear all of these units at once. Like, this is the issue with Arthur sometimes, is that like if you're not able to get like a good like footing in the mid game, you're probably gonna lose because like your Arthur doesn't like you don't have enough presence behind it in order to like make it like work. All right. So for the next game. This is going to be a game I play versus Runecraft. Alright, so versus Runecraft, there's a lot of different Runecraft decks you have to dodge right now, like, and I'm not quite sure if this is a favorite matchup or it's like an unfavorite matchup, but for the most part, if you're versus the Daria type of rune decks, it's probably gonna be an unfavorite matchup. But if you're versus any of the other ones, you're probably fine. In particular, versus Dirt, you can out heal the burn damage that they deal to you, and also just because like you do play bigger creatures than them. Yes, they have mutagenic bolt. However, I've seen a lot of people not play their mutagenic bolts correctly. In which like the card you want to aim for in this matchup is actually you want to aim for the Jormungand. If you're playing mutagenic bolt in this matchup, you don't want to aim for Knack. Like, although granted, like aiming for either one of them is probably ideal, but aiming for the Jorm is more so ideal because the Jorm is actually gonna like let me like push damage, whereas the Knack like actually helps you. Like, Knack is like a secret double agent or whatever, and it just like slowly like advances your game plan. Anyway, so I'm going to toss back the Knack because I know that Knack's bad. I'll keep the Blood Pact as well as Happy Pig. Now I'm going second. Ideally, you do want to go second in a lot of these matchups. So here, when he plays with the Witch's Claw, I'm like, okay, thank God he's Dirt, hopefully. So I had 2 Razor Claws in my hand. Razor Claw is not the card I want to see at all, like in this matchup. Like I want to find Razor Claws like a top deck from later, or at least just like want to draw when I have more stable cards in hand. Because essentially, Razor Claw is like a -1 to your hand count. So I'll go ahead and play up the Spider Rope Imp here. The reason why I'm playing up the Spider Rope Imp is because I want to establish a ward immediately. I don't want to play up the Happy Pig because I'm always going to evolve Happy Pig no matter what. Because I'm pretty sure he's going to play up this ward this turn, and that's fine. Because what it means is I can go ahead and just like play Blood Pact right over to dig for a Wardrobe Raider. If he makes the bump, I can go ahead and clear it. So now when he plays up Pure Singer, I'm like, okay, well, I now know what he is. He is actually, literally because of the Pure Singer, I actually now know what deck he is. He is most likely Abomination Awakened. Now from here, I have to figure out if he's the Abomination Awakened that plays a ton of neutrals behind it. Yes, there's actually a list of Abomination Awakened that like plays like neutrals and plays like Hector and things like that. It's basically like every single win con and rune right now. That's fine. What I'll do here is I'll go ahead and play the Blood Pact. I'll go ahead and go face. The reason why I do not make the bump this turn is because if I make the bump this turn, what he can actually do here is he can actually go ahead and make a return bump to draw a card, then play Piercing Rune, and that'll be annoying for me. Because my hand will be at 8 cards, which means I'll be forced to play out something, and I don't want to play out anything right now. So here he plays up the Abomination Awakened as well as Starseer's Telescope. So I know that if I don't clear this turn, he's going to draw a billion cards, and he's going to trigger that Abomination Awakened. So all I'll go ahead and do here, even though it feels very, very painful, so I'll go ahead and just Razor Claw, the Abomination Awakens, evolve the Happy Pig, and then trade. I'll go ahead and make the bump again. So this way I go ahead and I get to draw my 1 card. Or sorry, he gets to draw his 1 card, but I get his unit off the board. But this is nice for me because this forces a return Evo from him. Because if he doesn't Evo, and I get to Evo this next into this Jorm, and the first one's behind the word, that gives me a lot of space, and then just puts him in a very, very dangerous place. Thankfully for me, I also know that these lists don't play Mutagenic Bolt, at least as far as I know, because they don't play Oz. So he'll evolve the Dwarf Alchemist here. When he evolves this, I'm like, okay, is he gonna play the word now finally? Instead, he plays a second Golden Assault. So now I know that he has a 0-cost ward in his hand as well as a 1-cost ward. But here he chooses to play neither one of them. I was very, very surprised by that. Like, I felt like he should have gone as wide as possible here. Because, like, if you... Right, so the reason why this is big. If you play them out now, you guaranteed to get 6 damage next turn. Oh, sorry, you guaranteed to get at least 3 damage next turn. The reason being is that even if I had Scarlet, I can only clear at max one of these wards. I clear at max one of these wards, you can then do something else with your turn, and that's good. Even if you just play up the 0-cost ward, if you play up the 0-cost ward, you then put yourself in a spot where I guaranteed play into Master Mage Levi no matter what, and that's really good for you, but he chooses not to do that. So now I'm expecting to get Master Maged. Instead he plays Chain of Calling, I'm like, okay. Into Starseer's Teleskip, I'm like, okay. Thankfully he actually did that in the right order, by the way. He then plays a Wind Blast. Okay, so now my Nact is online. And then he just passes. I'm like, okay. So this is weird to me because I know he has cards he can play. And that's why I'm like, okay, what exactly is he setting up for? Like, what exactly is going on? Because again, I know and he knows that he's Abomination Awakened, so I'm assuming he's like trying to save the wards for like for him to like make some kind of like weird abomination play, get the Abomination to self trigger, then go ahead and play the wards afterwards in order to protect the 6/6. But I'm Blood, I have Emeralda, like that game plan doesn't work. You need to find a different game plan, friend. So here I'll just kind of temp out a Jormungand. I'm not going to evolve it, because even though I did say he doesn't play Mutagenic Bolt, for all I know he might be that one guy that has to play Mutagenic Bolt. So here he is for the Abomination Awakened into a Wind Blast. And now here again, he doesn't play out the other ward. I'm still really confused by this on a lot of different reasons because of the whole, right, so you've already committed to the whole, okay, I'm going to play out this Abomination or whatever, like, they still trying to put himself in a spot where you can always self-trigger this. That's not, I don't play creatures, I don't play creatures in such a way that you self-triggering that is actually going to be a good line. Like you need to just accept that you're not gonna like get this line and just like tempo out everything, because like you literally just missing damage at this point. So now I just gonna play out my second Jorm. I'll go ahead and evolve this Jorm. If I don't evolve the Jorm, I get punished really hard, so I need to just like slap him in the face. This is the turn where he wants to play Silver Blade, which again is why I'm still really curious as to why he decided to hold on to this. It's why he decided to hold on to the 1-cost ward. But he plays out his Silver Blade, and he has 6 cards in hand. Well, sorry, 5 cards in hand. So we know he guaranteed has at least 1 Verdict Ritual. So I need to be in a spot where no matter what, I don't die next turn. But he has a word, so how am I gonna kill him? That is the question. Because I only have one Jorm, 1 Nact on the stack. So here what I'll do is I'll actually go ahead and trade immediately to get 2 Jorms, 1 Nact on the stack. And then what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and start healing and I'll go ahead and play up the demonic gram, because I need to go ahead and guarantee that heal. I need to be above 11 HP before this turn ends. So I'll go ahead and play that second Blood Pact. Thankfully, each time I play up these Blood Pacts, they're essentially net zeros, and that's actually a very, very big thing. Just because, like, I do need to like not take any more damage, because like thankfully we know that he can tops play out 4 copies of Verdict Ritual next turn. So like ideally he'll probably have about 3 of these that they can play, because again we know that one of those cards in the hand is a ward. We also know that he hasn't played any Master Mages, so there's a chance that he possibly has those in hand as well. He also did in fact play out his Telescopes earlier as well. So like let's see, he played out 1 Cauldron, I think 2 Telescopes, maybe 1. So we know that, so we can account for 3 of his 1 costs, but we can't account for the other 3 more. But ideally, most likely, what are the odds that he drew all 6 1 costs? That's really low. And so unless he has like other things like say Gingerbread House, then we should be fine from here as long as we go above like 9. So I'll go ahead and play the Starling Chains. The Starling Chains is actually really good here. I actually like it a lot, because this actually gives me an additional +1 instead of a +0, because it'll hit me for 1, then I'll heal for 2, so I get +1. at the end of my turn, the jorms and the axe will trigger. He'll take 2 damage. I'll heal for 1 more, so I go up to 11. At 11, he needs exactly 4 to kill me. So let's see what you got, friend. Oh, he also needs to kill off this ram as well. So yep. So he plays that concentration into the gingerbread house. So I know he can't kill me, which means that I now win no matter what. Because each of these razor claws do 5 damage. 5 damage is a lot. He finally plays up the 1 cost, but it's too late. Like, it doesn't do anything anymore, so now he's just dead. Like, if he played out the ward way before that, he actually would have won. Like, because he would have gotten enough damage that he needed in order to like guarantee that I died no matter what. But he didn't, and we're able to take the game. Like, the big thing about this game is it's literally just he played too hard towards a win con that didn't actually matter in this game, because a lot of people like that's sometimes a lot of what happens. Like, people get very rigid and they don't get like, you know, as flexible as they need to be as far as things go. Like, for example, if you see people who play like windmills or whatever, count how many times that people like play the windmills, even if they're in like a very disadvantageous situation on 7 or whatever. Just because, like, in their mind, you know, they're just thinking about the, okay, well, I have to play windmills to win or whatever. 7 mana, that's when I can play it. Boom, gotta play it. Doesn't matter what's going on or whatever. And that's, you know, that's not the way to play. You need to be very flexible. Like, you need to be very flexible. You need to like kind of like understand that, you know, like that things change very quickly from like the day to day, or from like from like this minute to the next, you know, this turn to the next, and things like that. So for the last game, this game is gonna be versus Dragoncraft. So versus Dragoncraft, I actually really like Jorm a lot versus Dragoncraft. The reason being is that, like, you play Emeralda, and for some reason, I'm not sure exactly why, but for some reason people never play around Emeralda. So a lot of times what happens is I get to go ahead and I get to just like play Jorm, then they'll go ahead and play the windmills into my Jorm, and I just go ahead and I just Emerald the windmills, and then I just go ahead and evolve the Jorm, hit them in the face for 7, and then just get like dunked. So keeping one of the Emeralds is like, it's really greedy for me to do that, because like, even though yes, I know he's most likely windmills, it's still a really greedy keep, because like I have a substantial number of 5, 6, and 7 drops in this deck, so I'll go ahead and toss everything back. I have blood packs and Baphomets to dig for this again if I need to, but I do need to be playing creatures early. Or if I'm not playing creatures early, I do need to be like digging towards a win con. So thankfully for me, I have the Knack. Knack is a little bit better because it's a 5-drop that I can just like play it to evolve over Sybils. I pick up a Jorm as well, so I'm like, okay, all right, you know, we in the money. Like, we got our engine going. Thankfully for us, Dragon is one of the few classes that will never ever banish our units. When I pick up the second Razor Claw, I'm like, oh my god, all right, we in this. When I pick up the Jorm, I'm like, oh my god, like, just all right, we got him. So here he plays out Uriel. The Uriel immediately tells him what he is. We now know 100% that he's either Windmills or Canyon, but most likely he's Windmills, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't care at all. So all I'll do here is, thankfully, I'm able to pick up this Spider Imp. This Spider Imp is single-handedly probably just gonna be like what wins me the game here. Granted, I was in a pretty fine spot now, but now I'm in the guaranteed driver's seat. GG no re. Because before, if I hadn't picked that up, I would just held the Razor Claw in my hand and just like hit him in the face for 2 and then pass. Next turn evolve the Happy Pig, but then he would just play Windmills because most likely, I'm pretty sure he's like planning to play forever here. So he would then just like play the Windmills. I would then go ahead and play up the Neck. I'd probably go ahead and Evo the Neck as well to apply pressure. Evo the Jorm right after that. Maybe say Chop Deck Emeralda by turn 7. But that requires a lot of things to go well in my favor. So whereas like here with the Imp, I put a lot of pressure for him. I dissuade him from wanting to play Fervor. If he plays Fervor here like a Greed Lord, I just go and play the Happy Pig, evolve the Happy Pig, and he's on the back for the rest of the game. So here he'll actually go and Blazing Breath. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Alright, I see you. I top like a second Imp, and the second Imp is like, oh my god, this is just gravy. Because now, again, same thing. I play this, I Evo this over here. He's dissuaded from wanting to play anything that's not addressing this board, because like if he doesn't do it, I just gonna stack the board each turn higher and higher like a pile of dominoes, and just like bring it all crashing down on his face. So again, we'll go ahead and play up the Imp here, evolve the Pig. The evolve in the Pig is nice because every point of HP does matter a lot in this matchup. If they do actually manage to get the windmills out, just because like you do need to stay above a certain threshold. Unless of course they have Queen and they just like OTK you, but that's fine. So now I like this because like he has a few options here. He can play Sybil. You play the Sybil, I play the Neck, you're taking 6 more. you play Salamander, I play Neck, I evolve the Neck, you're in a bad spot. Like, if you play Fervor, GG, you lose in the spot. Like, so he's not in a good spot right now. That's good. So he plays the Salamander again, heals for 3, but that's fine. We've already accounted for this. Now I just gonna play the Neck. I evo the Neck immediately. When I pick up the Zodiac Demon, I'm like, oh my god, this is like the it's like the dream right here. Because now what happens is, okay, so here he's dissuaded from playing Sybil because like the Sybil just dies. If this is pre-nerf Sybil, this wouldn't have been a good play, but yeah, but now like Sybil just dies. If you play Scyther, look at his mana. He has 7 mana, so subtract 3, he's down to 4. He has to have Ayla. The Ayla's not even a good play because I just put the Jorm over the Ayla and he's back in the same exact spot, except now he's taking damage. So here, he plays up the Oracle into an Ayla. I'm like, okay, alright, cool. He's at 10 mana now, that's fine. I don't care at all. I'm like, okay, here he actually needed to have a Scyther. He needed to have the Scyther 100% in order to be fine. But instead he has to give me a second breath of Salamander, so this is negative tempo for him. I know exactly what one of the cards in his hand is. It's Windmills. It's Windmills, except like, look at the board state. Are you ever going to be allowed to play Windmills? Nope. No siree. Not unless you have exactly Scyther plus Windmills this turn. Even if you have Scyther plus Windmills this turn, I just go ahead and bop you on the head for 5 with Jorm, and then you have to be able to UTK me off the top. And that's very, very difficult for you to do because it has to be a top deck. So. Well, it doesn't have to be a top deck. Queen Ezreal will still be enough to OTK me, but he has to be able to have Scyther here, basically. So he plays that Fervor here, digging for presumably a Scyther. I'm like, okay, do you have Sybil here? Nope, no Sybil. Alright. Just plays that Pure Heart Singer and just Oracles again. I'm like, wow, that's greedy. That's so greedy here. Like, honestly, there were so many better plays. Like, for example, playing out his Windmills was significantly the better play, I think. Because, like, you just play out the Windmills. If I can't kill you this turn, then you just go ahead and kill me instead. Like, and that seems perfectly fine to me. Because, like, the most I can do here would have been 14, 13, something like that. So he still would have been fine, but like he just didn't do the damage calcs like he was supposed to, and so that's fine. It doesn't matter to me because now what we do here is we go ahead and we just Zodiac the Jorm. It doesn't matter that we're losing value on the. It doesn't matter that we're like losing potentially 5 damage because like it's the same amount of damage either way. Just because, like, now what we can do is we have one Jorm, one Knack on the stack, we have a Jorm in play, we evo the Jorm, we smack him in the face for 7, drop down to 10, and then my turn I take 1, he takes 1, and then that's checkmate, because, like, he has to address his board with Baja. It has to literally be Baja in order to address his board. He plays Baja, that's checkmate, he takes 2 razors to the face, boom, GG, no re. Yeah, doesn't even play it out because like he already messed us up. Like, and this is the thing. Like when you play this deck, whatever, and you play versus people, most times like you don't have to you have to like adhere to some kind of like weird like doomsday machine or whatever. Where like, okay, I want to go ahead now. I want to get like three norms, 3 jacks. So yeah. 3 Jorms, 3 Knacks on the stacks. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, like just like went that way or whatever. Just I'll just like always have like the 3 razor claws to hit him in the face. Now you just gotta be flexible. You just gotta like adapt to the day by day and just like, you know, play the matchups in the way that you're supposed to play them. Like there are a lot of different ways to play the matchups, but generally just the one that's like not so rigid or whatever when you're playing combo decks is usually going to be the best line of play. Bam. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. Go and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. I'm actually going to be streaming this later on Twitch if you want to go and check that out. Go ahead and give me a follow as well. Still trying to get my 50 followers. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.